Every good exercise program has only 5 basic movements. A vertical push. This is a vertical push. A vertical pull. Okay? A vertical pull, in essence, would be a pull up. A vertical push would be something like a shoulder press. Don't worry, I'm going to tell you exactly how to go about it. A horizontal pull. This would be a row. Again, I'm going to tell you what you do, how to do it at home. A horizontal push, a push up. Everybody knows what's a push up. And a hip hinge movement. A hip hinge movement is nothing but any movement wherein you're bending at the hips. An example would be a squat, a deadlift. Before we get into it, I want you to learn this one exercise. Not very taxing. See, I would like you to learn something. Abdominal breathing is nothing but diaphragmatic breathing. See, when we are breathing, we breathe through our chest. Right? You go running, and then after a few minutes, you can't breathe. That's because you're trying to breathe through your chest. You just take in a lot less air into your chest when you're breathing through your chest. What I would like you to do is practice abdominal breathing. This is abdominal breathing. You're essentially using your diaphragm to breathe. This is very important when you're doing cardio work, and it is also important when you're doing strength training. And one of the most important exercises you will require to use this is in the squat. I'm going to walk you through this exercise. Essentially, when you start the exercise, you can practice this at home. Pick a spot in front of you. Look straight at that spot. Do not leave your gaze off that spot. Retract your shoulders back. Keep your shoulders tight. Take in your air like you're abdominally breathing through your diaphragm. How low should you go? We call it until you hit the hole. It is different for everybody. You should target to go at least a little bit below parallel. Always be sure that your knees are tracking your toes. How wide should your feet be? See, it depends on everyone's comfort level. You will have to practice and find out what is your comfort level. And I want you all to notice something. I want you all to notice how long it takes for the eccentric movement. When you're going down, it's known as the eccentric movement. And how long it takes to come up. Although I have no weight on my back, you have to pretend that is a weight. Because essentially when you're doing these exercises, in reality, you're doing these exercises to develop form. You might get a little bit stronger, you might not get a bit stronger. You're developing form so that this is the base, remember. So that in the future, you can build on this form and then you can build strength on it. Next up, another exercise. I'm going to tell you how not to do push-ups first. This is how you don't do push-ups. Fast, uncontrolled movements. These are party tricks. In fact, this was a party trick. So this is how you do a wall push-up. This is a basic form of push-up. You are developing a form. Anybody can do it. Then you progress on the push-up. The next progression on the push-up is push-up on your knees. Notice the slow, controlled movements vis-a-vis what I was doing earlier. Those are party tricks. This is training. And then once you're comfortable doing it on your knees, then you move to doing a normal push-up. Again, I want you to concentrate on the amount of time it takes to come down and the amount of time it takes to go up. Coming down on the push-up is an eccentric movement. Pushing up is a concentric movement. Always during an eccentric movement, breathe in. During a concentric movement, breathe out. This is how I improvise and do rolls. Only be careful that you don't tip the table over. So you can ask somebody to put weight on the other end of the table so that your table remains quite stable. Well, that rhymed. If you notice, on the eccentric part of the movement, I am not coming right down because I was simply scared the table would tip over. This is another variation. Next up, I am going to show you how to do a shoulder press. Don't require weights. You could use a half-liter bottle, you can progress to a 1-liter bottle, you can progress to a 2-liter bottle. You can vary the weight you're carrying, changing the quantity of water in that bottle. Once you're done with the quantity of water in that bottle, you can start filling sand in that bottle and create progression. I'm not saying this is the form you need to follow. You need to find your own form. I'm going to show you one exercise how I don't have a pull-up bar. So I have to make do with what I have. So this is how I improvise a vertical pull. I get the same angle as a pull-up. and in essence ends up training the same muscles. I filmed this just to portray to you that you have to make do with what you have.